Hey everybody, my name is Jose. I'm going to walk you through what I did this week. What I did was I dove into data visualization, very inspired, as I'm sure a lot of us were, by the senior projects. I decided to take on this task. I was kind of teased at the end of junior phase, so I thought, all right, this is where I'm going. And here, what I did was I just created a bar chart using SVG, scalable vector graphics, to visualize, or I should say, to represent the data that we can run into. In this case, this all comes from an array of objects which have two keys on them, being the name, vegetable soup, curry, pasta, surprise, and the height represents the amount of orders. So the popularity of these dishes. So very easy to pick up on just by checking this bit of information out. And in terms of the code, this looks like this. So sat through a number of lessons, I believe 25, 30, somewhere in that range so far. And here, what we did is I definitely learned a lot about D3. So it is a little, I guess, similar to React in the sense that it grabs on to a portion of the actual DOM, in this case, the canvas. So there's no chart hard coded into my HTML. That all gets created by D3 in my index.js file. So here I define an SVG using a D3 method, d3.selectCanvas, which was our, you can say, root or app, similar to React, and then I append to it. So I'm appending an SVG container and giving it attributes, width and height. Here I am just creating margins and dimensions for the actual pieces of my chart, the individual rectangles. Okay, I'm defining the graph itself. So this is all dependent on graph width, graph height, which comes from lines 8 through 11. Okay, we have our x-axis, our y-axis, extent. So this I can actually comment out, but this just refers to my minimum and maximum. So there's a method for obtaining the minimum, okay, which comes d3.min data, which is the array, in this case the menu. All right, and excuse me. That's where you get min from. Maximum, I think you guys can deduce what those things do. Extent just kind of lets you visualize both. So I can console log extent and see what the minimum and the maximum are for whatever my input of, I guess, useful information is. And this refers to scaling, so that we can have things, have the bits of information not overflow on our chart. Okay, so everything that is on this page here outputs to the graph that we just looked through. But what I like is that you can start to recognize patterns. So it's always select, append, and then define attributes. So here it's just attribute, 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 using chaining method chaining, I should say. So while it is a little redundant, I'm not a D3 expert at the moment, but I'm sure that given practice, given time, it'll just become a lot simpler. But I'm very, very happy that I decided to take this on, because this is definitely going to be very, very important to the senior phase project. All right, guys, thank you so much.